one of the things you'll often hear about, and that's whether you're speaking to somebody around the paddock or you're listening to the coverage on the radio on a practice evening, is just how bad the sun can be around here. And there's no lie, and there's no way of getting around it. The sun can be really bad in an evening practice session. Different parts of the course, different times of night prove to be tricky. To put it politely, they can be really, really tricky to deal with. But I've got some good footage here of a red bib lap that I did over TT, and it shows some of the harsh parts in the first part of the course where the sun really gets you. And the other thing you'll hear about a lot, and you'll hear it on the radio quite a bit, is you'll hear the riders talking about the wildlife on the Isle of Man and how they come out and cause trouble. And if you remember, I think it was Glen Crutchy Road, when he was taking out that seagull. And I'll put up a still here. We hit a seagull first night practice. Steve Granger, Mike 4, he hit a seagull on the first night once. We had to wait for some parts to come from Belgium because it was a brand new Fireblade in 2017, and we didn't have any. There was no parts in the UK for the fairing, so we had to get that replaced. He was without a bike for a couple of nights. But I was having to run out between races, so we have race 1 in the morning, and then we'll have a lunch break where everything goes quiet on the road and all the wildlife starts to creep back onto the road. So I was running back out to Sulby from the grandstand, approaching Ballaugh, and I came across some stuff in the road, and I've got that on camera too. So let's have a quick look at the sun, how harsh that can be, and where it can catch you out, and just how difficult that is for the riders. And then we'll have a look at some Manx wildlife trying to play roulette with their lives out on the course. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's go. So yeah, as we approach Snugbury here and we tip in Union Mills, we get the sun flag. As you can see, just round the corner, we're about to get a face full of the sun. You know it's coming, but it's still, when it comes and it hits you in the face like that, you approach the corner, you tip in, and bang, it's there. Someone's just put a torch in your eyes. You can't see anything. You may as well have your eyes closed, to be honest. And for newcomers, it really can be difficult. You have to be confident of the line you're on and know that you're on the right line, and as you go through it, it'll disappear like that, and you'll be able to see again. But if you're not prepared for it, it catches you out, and as you see here, as you're coming through Union Mills, it comes at you and then goes off, and it's like someone just hitting you in the face with a torch, on off, and it can be quite bad at times. Different times of the year, TT and Grand Prix, it's in different places, but this section is always quite bad. You'll see we get a couple of goes at it again here. This is right late on. You see all the competitive bikes have been through. I'm doing the red bib here, so this is the last run out of any bike. So arguably it's a bit worse earlier on because the sun's so low in the sky now. It's only a problem in a couple of places, but in the places where it gets you, it's at its lowest. It's at its most horizontal to you in the eyes, if you understand me. So where it does get you at this time, it's really bad. So I know it's going to be bad at Ballagary, just through experience. So again, as you're approaching it, you're picking your line. You need to turn in and be confident with where you're going. So you can see I've turned in there. I know I'm on the right line. That's in my face, but you've just got to be confident. Just hold the line and know that within a second or two, that's going to clear, and you'll get your vision back and you can carry on. It's just about being really confident with your lines, and this is why it can be a problem for newcomers. It still catches the most experienced riders out because it's like anything. If you're used to a road and being able to see a certain amount, like if you drive over the mountain in the fog, you just drive slower because you can't see what's coming. And it's the same. It's difficult. It's one of those things here where it's unique to the island, really, or anywhere where you run into the evening. But with all the trees over, you can see it's still strobing at us here. Approaching the wagon horses, I know it's going to be an issue coming over here, but again, it's a straight piece of road. You pick your line. Don't do anything drastic with the controls of the bike. Just know that you're on the right line, and once you get over the top, you'll be fine. But you also have to keep in mind, if you come up to the wagon horses jump, there's a good chance there's going to be a photographer. So even though you want to pick a nice line, you also got to make sure you do a nice little wheelie, because there could be a photographer there getting a picture of you. and you can't afford to miss that opportunity. I'm obviously just joking, but Ryan Crawley was there that night, and he got this little one off me, which is nice. Sun in the eyes, see through the visor, always looks good. And then we head off further down the track, and you get a few more blasts of this, as you can see, as you're coming into Greeba Castle. And it's a problem with other parts of the course too. But here we go, approaching Ballath, and I'll run out, and I get to here, and I can see something in the road, and I'm thinking, is that a jacket or something like that? And as I get a bit closer, I'm on the brakes, and I'm like, oh, there's 3 ducks in the road. Obviously, this is the gap between one race starting and one race finishing and the next starting. So the road goes quiet for like an hour, so the wildlife comes out. So just pull in, quick word with the marshals here. As well manned as the course is, there's always going to be little spots like that where nobody knows there's ducks on the road, so just give them a little shout, just say some ducks up there, shoo them off before the fittest bikes come out, because they'll be coming through here in 10 minutes or so. So yeah, just a couple of little things there just to show you little things around the course, maybe unique to the island, but interesting anyway.